In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the built-in feature of Visual Studio, the message boxes. So, basically, we also call it pop-up boxes. So basically, this is my application, and all it does is take a user input from the text box, and once you click enter, basically turns the label into whatever the user input was. So what if I wanted a message box or pop-up box to show after I have edited to say it has been successful? Well, basically this is the method that runs when I click edit. Of course, most of the programmers are very familiar with this. Once I'm done with whatever processing I want to do, obviously that's after this line of code over here, and once I'm done with it, I would like to show a pop-up box and alert the user that the edit has been successful. I simply type in messagebox.show and put in a string value to display the message. So your edit has been successful. And so now if I run the program and I edit the label, it shows me a pop-up box, and I can't do anything until I click OK over here. So your edit has been successful. At default, the OK button will show, so you don't have to worry about that. But what happens if I want a heading here on top? How do I do that? So I can put in a second parameter there. So comma, put in another string value. Let's name this one heading for example purposes. And you'll see that if I have to edit this now, and there's my heading now inserted into the pop-up box. So that's the very simple one. Most people use that for successful messages or just to alert the user or something. So what happens if I want to prompt the user now? Maybe before he actually gets to edit, when he clicks edit, maybe are you sure you want to edit this label? And a yes no button. How do we do that? So let me show you how we do that. Well, you have to use an if statement, because the message box feature will pop out a dialog result, as you'll see now. So if message box start, and it's all got to go into the brackets because it's in the if statement, dot show, and in the first string you put your actual data you want to show to the user. So are you sure you want to edit this label, or just are you sure you want to edit, comma, and the next one, as I showed just now as well, also works the same also. So the next one's going to be our heading. So confirmation, which is a string value. Okay, so we've got confirmation, and now the next one, you now press comma once again, and now the next parameter is going to be the type of buttons we're going to be using. So message box buttons dot yes no. The next one's optional, so you can choose whether you want to put it in, but for this example I am going to put it in message box icons. And there's a little icon that's shown on the message box when the message is displayed. So I'm going to use a question, since it's a question, and is equal to dialog results dot yes. So what happens here is this message box over here is displayed to the user with the buttons yes, no, and with a question mark, obviously. What happens is when the user clicks yes, a dialog result of yes is then passed over here. So if it's equal to dialog result yes, it will then run the codes after that. So let's just put our semi brackets over there. And so when the user clicks yes, it will run this code, unless if he clicks no, it's not going to run the code. So let's just show you how this actually looks. So I come over here, type in test, and there we go. There's my heading, confirmation. Are you sure you want to edit? And remember the icon. And there's our two buttons, yes, no. So if I click no, it's not going to edit the label. The label remains the same. And if I click yes, that's now going to edit the label and run the code that has been put into the semi brackets. And there's our other message box we have created just now. So there's it there. So on the initial one, message box, two parameters, what you're going to show to the user and the heading. So basically your successful message in the heading. And on the other one we had 4 parameters: what you're going to display to the user, your heading, your types of buttons, and your icon, and obviously the dialog result that's coming out of it. Well, in the next video I'll be showing you how to create your own customized message boxes. Unfortunately, even though message.box.show is so easy to use, in some programs we can't actually customize it. That's what I'll be showing in our next video. Well, I hope this helps you, and thanks for watching.